We are live from Darlington National Raceway. My name is Rick Little, being shooting at PSI TV for the running of the Darlington 100. My co-host Andrew Carnelli will kind of step out of the booth and be right back.
Sorry, James.
Time for these
No, you're good.
throwback paint this year tonight. Let's go over the race 25 of 36 here tonight. We got two races before the playoffs begin. We got Jeremy Bezamore, currently in the points lead with 3 wins. So you look out to be him pretty strong here tonight. He's currently in practice. He currently sits. Yeah, I don't see him, but he should be here any moment. But second currently sits. Second in the points currently sits David Delabert with, he's still looking for that first win of the season. Third in the points we got Kurt Rittenberg, still looking for his first win. And then Jeremy Rittenberg sent fourth, Dave McCollum sent fifth in the point. Cody Spicer sitting sixth in points. Chris Jennings sitting seventh with 6 wins this season. Jeff Gilmore sitting eighth. James McKee sitting ninth. Each have 1 win on the year. Wes Stout sits 10th. Still looking for that first win. Josh Cheney sits 11th with
Hey, good luck qualifying, everybody.
1 win this season as practice just getting concluded here. Teams getting ready for their qualifying session here. Is Randy Roberts in the 09 truck. Sits atop of the board. Mike Montesi, third. Chris R. Jennings finished third on the session. Mike Perry, fourth. Jimmy North was 5th quickest. Blake O'Connell was 6th quickest. Kurt Rittenberg was sitting 8th quickest. Jeremy Rittenberg sitting 9th quickest. Jeff Gilmore rounds out the top 10 in practice. If you, one thing you guys should know about Darlington. Darlington is probably one of the most toughest racetracks out on the NASCAR circuit. When you guys see them go green here pretty soon, in a few minutes, you'll notice it's pretty much a one-groove racetrack. And by what I mean by that is they're running right up against the wall pretty much the whole way around. So if someone gets in that wall, and be sure to watch for someone to be in that wall. They get that famous Darlington stripe and won't be able to get away. Guarantee there will be some issues tonight with that, as we had 1 truck already take time, 2 trucks taking time. So far, Jimmy North is on the provisional pole with Mike Payton third, and then James McKee third. So far, 3 cars out of a 22 truck field. 100 laps here tonight to make up 136 miles. As we wait for them to qualify, one thing you have to be sure to watch here tonight are the tire fall off. Tire fall off here at Darlington. You're gonna want to get tires whenever you can, just because this racetrack is so fast. Not even that; it's just so demanding on grip, and it's already a loose racetrack, and just be prepared to see people come in only after a few laps, as we got a lot more trucks here taking time, as Mike Montesi so far sits on the provisional pole. Second, still Jimmy North. Third, Blake O'Connell. Fourth, we got Chris Jennings. Fifth, we got Mike Payton. Sixth, James McKee. Seventh, Randy Roberts. And then 8th out of 8 trucks is Ed Burrell. So far, first in with a 27.91. Going back to what I was saying about the with the tire fall off, we'll probably see it. we'll probably see it tonight, but the leader won't come in. But then you see some trucks in the back of the field come in. those fresh tires will make a difference here tonight. You will see probably, let's say half the cars come in, half the cars don't. You'll see those cars in the front half really struggling. Then the guys in the back have so much grip that they'll get by them real easily. So we gotta watch for that here tonight. The thing is, if we get a long green flag run, how far can these trucks go on fuel? Expect them to go probably about 45, 50 laps. But do you want them to, the question is for them, do they want to stretch it all that way on the old tires? Because you get old enough tires here, you will slide up and you will hit that wall. So that's a big question for them. Do they want to get the fresh tires, or they want to run the fuel out? So we gotta watch out for. Really gotta watch out for that here tonight. As we got a few more cars taking time. Still sitting first is Mike Matesi with a 27.91. Sitting second, still Jimmy North. Third is still Blake O'Connell. Fourth, still Chris Jennings. Sitting fifth, Mike Payton. Sixth, Matthew Cox with a 28.39. Sitting seventh is James McKee, as well. Eighth, Randy Roberts, and ninth is Ed Burrell. As we got about 5 minutes left in this practice session, or the qualifying session, excuse me, and we'll let these trucks loose go 100 laps here around this 1.36 mile egg-shaped oval. And thank you for you guys tuning in here tonight on PSI TV on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us. But once again, going through those points. 11th was Josh Cheney. 12th, Michael Koenig. 13th, Scott Brotherton. 14th, Richard Fletcher. Then right off the top 15 points is Randy Roberts. So it's a tight points battle. Like I said earlier on, we got in 2 races next week. After next week is the last shot to get your winning and get your place into the playoffs. As the final 10 race stretch begins just in 2 weeks. So that's heating up pretty well. We got another guy that just took time, Jeff Gilmore, I believe that was. He's going to sit 5th with a 28.16. So just a few more minutes left in this qualifying session here to get these trucks loose and get going here. So far, the provisional standings out of the 10 trucks, we have Mike Matesi sitting on the pole, Jimmy North second. So far in third, we got Blake O'Connell. Fourth, we got Chris Jennings. Fifth, we got Jeff Gilmore. Sixth was Mike Payton. Seventh, Matthew Cox. Eighth, we got James McKee. Ninth, Randy Roberts, who was quickest in that first practice session. And then Ed Burrell sitting 10th out of 10 trucks that have taken time. There's currently 10, 13 trucks who are electing not to take time, because they believe that they might have a fast enough truck or whatnot. So watch out for those guys to, especially, these guys looking to get their first win, to get themselves locked in the playoffs. But like I said, it's still a few more minutes. But we got, like I said, it looks like those 10, 13 trucks are not electing to take time. So as of right now, the top 10 is going to stand with 2 minutes left in this practice session.
Alright guys, looks like everybody's done qualifying for the most part.
As we look ahead,
we got about roughly 2 more minutes. Couple things.
Next week to
if everything
Richmond.
sticks, good job Mike on the pole. Jimmy running second. 27s are pretty good in times. Mike on the
so it looks
first
like
first lap here, first go.
27.91.
You go on green. When the green flag goes, we all take off. Anytime after that, it's the leader's choice after the pace car hits pit road.
Down on the rules on what's going on.
We go 100 laps. It's going to get kind of hairy. It's going to be tough to pass, so watch it. Exiting pit road,
really gonna have to worry about
on the backstretch especially, and stay on the yellow line all the way around. Do not cross that, when you start getting to the backstretch, you'll start seeing that dotted line. Do not cross it until it's over. Like, it will just stop. That's when you can start merging in if there's nobody coming. We are broadcasted tonight, thanks to Andrew and his crew, the TND Autosports. They're broadcasting the race. If we continue with them, the people that are in TeamSpeak, please put your full name, like what's on the game, and your number, so it's a lot easier because they go by last name, everything that they're doing. So that is pretty neat. So let's have fun. Let's try to keep the cautions down. It's going to be tough. Let's have fun.
About 45 more seconds, and we'll get this race going. Once again, I just want to thank everyone for here tonight on Facebook Live or PSI TV Live, and for this All-Star Sim race.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun race tonight.
Running of the Darlington 100 here tonight. So, getting the last-minute words from the owner, like I just said. But we're going racing. Just in a matter of a few moments. So.
The cheesehead accent.
Want to go grab yourself a cold beverage? Something.
Oh, one more thing, guys. They are going to do interviews as well. Probably, I don't know the whole details of something that we just kind of threw together too, working on. But after, if you stick around, they have the rights to move people around. So after the race, if you stay around, you could be one of the chosen ones. Of course, first and second place probably going to get a post race, and then they're just going to pick random ones. And whoever was fighting, even 12th place. 12th, 13th place was battling it out to the last lap. You guys might get it too if you just stick around. They'll move you in and get you all set up too.
James McKee will start 8th. Randy Roberts will start 9th. Ed Burrell will run out the top 10. Last truck to take time. Blake Neer will start 11th. Mike Perry will start 12th. And then starting in the 13th position, we'll have David Delabar. Michael Koenig will start 16th. Jeremy Rittenberg will start 17th. Kurt Rittenberg will start 18th. Cody Fisher will start 19th. Doug McCollum will start 20th. Matthew Miller will start 21st. Richard Fletcher will start 22nd. And out of the 23-car field, ringing up the rear is Dale Elan Jr. So, you can see some of these awesome throwback paint schemes. We have the number 7 running the old Jeff Burton paint scheme here on the X side paint scheme. We got 84 of Jimmy North running the Jimmy Johnson paint scheme. Chris Jennings running the Dale Jr. paint scheme. So a lot of good throwback paint schemes here tonight on these trucks. So to bring you back in time as they're going to get rolling here just in a few minutes. Just get ready to go, and seems like my co-broadcaster just joined me, Andrew Cardinelli. So it looks like we're getting ready to roll here in a few seconds, going in turn 1 here pretty soon.
Yeah, Jake, so I want to thank you, of course, for taking that just for a little bit. I was helping my team out. If you don't know, I, Andrew Cardinelli, do run PSI, PSI TV, and TN Designs. And so with that, I do own some of these trucks out here. This will be the 57 Jeff Gilmore. But also the 67 Lincoln Tunnel. So he actually spiked her great, so he is also here. Without further ado, we'll get back up to the front of the field. We'll start with Mike Montesi on pole, followed by Jimmy North with number 84, Rose Chipman. Starting in third, we've got number 67, trucks, and from there I'll let you guys read the ticker as it comes across. We will go on board with 67. Start.
As the pace car drops down the pit road, very slowly coming around turn 4. Number 7, Mike Montesi, is going to get that green flag here shortly.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is out here at Darlington.
And immediately, there's no real big advantage here. We do see Mike Montesi pull away throughout the corner. Looks like Loco Conley will take position on the lead gate, into the wall.
Yeah, it looked like he got on the wall there at the entrance of turn 1. Just got a little too high and got on that gray and just slid up right at the wall.
Yeah, that's really easy to do. Monday night. Sunday nights, but I was over there running these same trucks at the same track. In lap 1, I also got involved set right, especially if you're starting 4th where Chris Jennings was. If you're starting on that outside or out up front, it's really good.
Oh, you me both there, Andrew. I also ran that race on Monday. That's very easy to get in this wall. And everyone's pretty much single file throughout the field and spread out. So get a long green flag run here going.
Utilize that track is hot and sick tonight. There's really not much fun with these trucks. There's a lot of downforce in these trucks, and it really keeps you glued to the track. But when there's hot temperatures, that downforce sometimes hurts you, and the front tires just do not grip. And we're going to be seeing them struggle with that all night long, especially as they push up into the wall and make some contact there. I don't believe we have fast repairs tonight, so that's also another obstacle there for these drivers to watch out for.
Yeah, that is true. And just watching everyone come off that second turn, as everyone is getting really loose coming off that corner. So that's one thing that they're going to have to try to not push too hard, but push hard enough that they're not going to catch that outside wall that actually sticks out a little bit from that safety barrier.
Yeah, for sure. And, I just want to remind guys, this is our first time broadcasting All-Star Sim Racing, but they do have a B-Car series, which is the Xfinity cars on Tuesday night. They also have this series that you're watching right now every Thursday night. This is the trucks following the NASCAR Cup schedule. We plan to bring this to you for the rest of the season, and, it should be a great run. I believe Jake mentioned earlier that, these guys are heading into their chase in just a couple of weeks. And with that, there's going to be a lot of points battles shaping up. One of them will be around, I believe, David Dolliber, I believe his name is. Cody Spiker and the Rittenberg brothers, they're all battling either to get a win and get into the chase or to get the final few point spots. So yeah, points battles are heating up. We could see some tempers flare these next 2 weeks here at Darlington and Richmond.
Yeah, the one thing I really hit on earlier was the tire fall off on this track. If they're gonna, if we get a long green flag run, if they're gonna wanna stay out there on the old tires and go the full fuel window, or if they just wanna come in, get those fresh tires, and get the fuel.
Yeah, for sure. I think in general tonight's gonna be a 4-tire stop race.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think there's going to be too much worth to coming in for this 2 or none in some cases, unless it's, only after 5, 10 laps at the most. And that's, that's something that I personally as a driver would save for the end of the race, really.
Yeah, so number 7 had to hit the brakes or something. He got close to the wall and allowed the 84 car to close or 84 truck to close right back up on him.
Yeah, we see that lead has been cut down quite substantially by that number 84 of Jimmy North. And he
the
gets
84
loose at
car
turn
gets
2.
loose.
That's the 84's night, possibly. That's really going to hurt that truck. We'll see if we get a caution out of this. He stopped on the back straightaway. He was able to just make contact with the wall and stop the truck back rolling. I don't think we'll have a caution. But that is huge when it comes to the dynamic of this entire race because, you know, you just mentioned it, Jimmy North was able to close up on the 7 when he made a mistake, and now that 7's going to have a 3-second lead over Chris Jennings.
You know, I was riding on board with the 84 truck, and I noticed he was cutting that turn a little too much, and as soon as I saw him go down and clip that apron, I knew he was going to get loose, and knew that was probably going to end his night. But tough to see that for Jimmy North. He looked like he had a good handling truck, but you know, just these things happen.
Yeah, and as we go back and get a quick replay on that, he definitely just caught that inside apron. And that's something that I was warning my own drivers about. It looks like Jeff Gilmore might have done the same thing behind him. So, you know, it's just a matter of managing where you are on the track, being completely aware of that, and that's, you know, it's hard to do when you're racing for a top spot like this. As we'll get the replay once more from the onboard camera this time with Jimmy North. You see, he just got a little too far down the track, got left sides on that apron, and lost all kinds of grip. Went down, hit the inside wall. I don't think it'll be too bad overall, but it will hurt his truck aerodynamically and possibly take some horsepower out of that Chevrolet Silverado.
Yeah, that's for sure. The least he can do is just get back out there and hope he can get out there and gain a few laps. And I'm right on board with the 88 car of Chris Jennings, and he is actually closing in on the 7 car of Mike Montesi.
Yeah, as we documented, as soon as that 84 spun, Mike Montesi had a 3-second lead. That's now down to a 2.25 second lead. So as you mentioned, Chris Jennings reeling that number 7 in. We're watching Chris Jennings here in that Exalta Chevrolet. And, I mean, it looks like he's definitely got a great handle on 3 and 4 as compared to the 7 truck. But we'll see as the run goes on. But it really is going to really change the entire dynamic of the race. You know, when a leader gets that far ahead, even just 2 seconds, you know, they can really save tires. And even if Mike Montesi was to let the 88 catch him, that's a lot of tires that he can save, and then he can pull right back away.
That is for sure. You know, I was just about to mention that. Do you think Mike Montesi is actually, you know, saw the 84 truck spin out? Think he's saving, you know, his tires a little bit and waiting, you know, for the 88 car to, you know, he has 2 seconds to his advantage. He can afford to maybe, you know, give up just a little bit, maybe half a second to a second, maybe even more than that, and then just go on and just drive further away.
Yeah, you know, I definitely wouldn't doubt it. I think as far as, you know, looking at this race as a whole, it's 100 laps. And, you know, that wears on a driver. Granted, the NASCAR Cup guys do a lot longer. They do 267, if I'm not mistaken. Or 367, actually. And, you know, that's really taxing on a driver. But even on a video game, even on even just the 100 lap distance, it wears on a driver mentally. You know, this is a really challenging track, and especially once he catches up to lap traffic like he currently is, you know, it's going to get tough.
Yeah, you know, going back to when you said it was a mentally tough track, you know, you're sitting at your computer and you have the heat from your computer on your face. You start sweating, you get nervous, you mess up. So that's with any track, honestly, when you're on the simulator. But as it looks like, can't quite catch the number, the 18, I believe that was,
down on the
or
bottom,
the 08.
gives the spot up. That's Mike Payton in the pure later Chevy Silverado.
So yeah, the time is slowly starting to distance is now under 2 seconds.
Yeah, and that's one of the nice throwbacks out here tonight. We don't see them on every truck. In fact, we don't see them on any of our TN Designs trucks. None of our drivers requested them, and it looks like Mike Payton will give the spot up once again to Chris Jennings. Very sportsmanlike, very cool to see that. That is one nice thing about iRacing is, you know, most of us just want to come out here and have fun, so we're not totally concerned about challenging the lead lap guys if we're behind.
That is true, and for all you Jimmy North fans, he still on pit road, 19th position, 8 laps down. So still getting that truck repaired, and kind of hoping that he can get back out there and gain some points.
Yeah, for sure. I think that truck is done for the night as far as competing for a win, but you never know. May see him get back out there, and as I say that, here he comes back on track. He is currently 9 laps down, it looks like, but he is back in the running.
Yeah, now still looking at this battle for the lead, it is starting to heat up. 1.1373 seconds back as the 88 truck just got on the wall just a little bit.
Yeah, that number 88 of Chris Jennings is closing in. Matthew Cox, the number 04, has now moved into third ahead of Blake O'Connell in the 67T Design Chevrolet. Good to see, some battles kicking up, but this will be the tale of the night, really. It's going to get single file out unless we have a caution, and these guys are going to spread out to start lapping the field, and we're not going to see a whole lot of battles up front unless this 88 catches a 7.
Yeah, just going through this leaderboard here, and one of the biggest movers here tonight so far is Jeremy Rittenberg. Started 17th. He's currently sitting at 9th, but he's a half a lap down, 15 seconds behind Mike Montesi. As well as the 78 truck of Matthew Miller started 21st. He's sitting in the 14th position, 22 laps down. As we have the 17 truck of Ed Burrell down pit road.
Yeah, that icy machine is heading down the pits. Not sure if it's scheduled maintenance or not. He's got some right side damage to that truck, so we'll see what he does here. It looks like he'll get right sides, of course, as the right side goes up. We'll go ahead and document this real quick, and then we'll take a run through our field as we're a quarter way into this Darlington 100 with All-Star Sim Racing.
As the 88 truck, he just got in the wall once again off the turn 2. So, exactly what I was talking about earlier, maybe he's just pushing it too hard and just I've done that many times, Andrew. I'm sure you've done this at this track. Just you see the leader in your sight just running way too hard, and that won't slip up, and you just lost everything you gained.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we mentioned earlier. Is there's not going to be very much front grip in these trucks, especially as the runs wear on. We're not sure what the fuel window is for the drivers tonight, but there's not much front grip. It's very hot and slick track down here in Darlington, South Carolina. So that's going to be the biggest problem they have. Is normally you think of a hot slick track as being loose. Well, tonight it's going to be tight. Like we said, the downforce in these trucks keeps them glued to the track, and when you have all that downforce plus a really hot slick racing surface, your front tires do not grip. Your back tires aren't a problem. It's your front tires just don't grip, and you're going to plow that wall down.
That is true, and if all of you guys that are wondering what the track temp is here tonight, it is 109 degrees.
Yeah, it's definitely warm. So real quickly, we're going to do a run through the field. We're going to start with the number 7 of Mike Montesi. He started on pole and has led this entire race so far, and we'll kick it off to you for the 88, Jake.
Yeah, Chris Hart Jennings, he started in the 4th position, currently sits second, 3 seconds behind the 7 truck of Mike Montesi. He's gotten the wall a few times here. Just looked like his truck's just a little too tight, not really getting the drive off that he needs, and as I say that, he's starting to close back in. So down to the 04 truck of Matthew Cox. Andrew?
Yeah, so Matthew Cox, as we documented, wasn't quite right up front at first. He had to go through Blake O'Connell to get there. But he's now running third, just keeping a nice pace. He's got the Virginia Tech Motorcraft paint scheme on there tonight. Very nice throwback to when Virginia Tech had that tragedy back in the mid-2000s, but that's nonetheless a very nice paint scheme to see out here. And he's really driving that truck with all he's got. He's, like we said, just trying to keep pace with the 88 and 7 and trying to squeeze something out here
tonight. Yes, we got the one of the TN Design trucks here, Blake O'Connell. He started in the 3rd position, right in 4th actually, 8.5 seconds behind, and just once again just looks like he's not getting the drive off that he needs. And notice he's entering a little higher than everyone else, trying something new, and not really working for him as he almost clips that apron there and almost gets in the wall.
Yeah, and so as we move on from him, I believe to the number 10, correct me if I'm wrong there.
Yep, you're right, the 10 truck.
So the number 10, you have to excuse me, I am running the cameras here, so I don't have all the options right in front of me. But, as we kick that up, it's Mike A. Perry, the number 10, sorry about that. Mike A. Perry, you know, what can you say, he's running 5th, running Blake O'Connell down, you know, it's... The biggest thing for him right here is going to be definitely to pressure Blake into making a mistake. Personally, I hope Blake doesn't, but, you know, we'll stay unbiased here. So, yeah, he's got to get into turn 3, probably on Blake's left rear, and pressure him into making a mistake here.
As we head back to the 6th position, we have the 57 truck of Jeff Gilmore. He started in the 5th position, and it's another one of your trucks there, Andrew, right in the 6th position. Started 5th, 11.5 seconds behind, and it looks like he's just riding around and trying to hoping for a caution, or just trying to make it to that first pit stop here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, like I was mentioning, these guys over at TN Designs, you know, I'm gonna be rooting for them, but you know, I'll do my best to stay biased. And I guess it's just fate that you got them before I did. On to 7th place as we look around here. Like I said, I don't have quite all the options just yet. We got, I believe that is the 09.
Yep, the 09 truck.
So that is the, again, sorry, that is the 09 of Randy Roberts. That's actually a very nice looking truck. First off, looks like he is just trying to run down Jeff. I mean, all these guys are just going to be running down people all night. Not much else they can do. I'm not sure where he started on the grid. Like Jake said, I came in a little bit late where I'm just trying to catch up right now. I'm also on the cameras, so.
He started in the 9th position.
So, he started in the number 9th spot. Currently running 7th, has 2+ spots. We'll see where he is in points real quick.
Just watching him, his truck just is not turning the center. That's probably a case of when the green flag dropped, he probably ran too hard, expecting a caution, and now he's really paying the price for it.
Randy Roberts, with no wins currently this season, is 15th in points. Probably looking for that win either tonight or next week at Richmond International Raceway to try and get into the chase.
As we started to cut you off, but we have pit stops going on.
All right, so let's take a look.
We have looks like we have the 19 car, or the truck of Cody. Say his last name.
That's Cody Spiker and the number 19.
Spiker. Then we have the
TN Designs Chevrolet.
Yep. Then we got the 00 truck of Kurt Rittenberg. Probably mostly taking 4 tires, obviously, and fuel.
Yeah, I would expect that, and it's actually perfect timing. You know, we're coming up to we just passed 3rd way through this race, so you know these guys are probably going to make this race a 2-stop race unless we are lucky enough to be able to get a caution. Be able to speak to one of these guys. Looks like the 19 will stay in the pits to get some damage fixed as the 00 of Kurt Rittenberg takes off from pit road on that Pepsi Challenger Chevy Silverado. We'll
now the question is,
the 19's now rolling.
Yeah, I wonder how much time he's gonna lose. He's currently 1 lap down. Now he's gonna at least lose in 1 more lap.
Well, what really matters is gonna be, you know, if whether or not these guys make it a 2-stop race, or if this was, you know, just a short pit strategy to try and get up to the lead in hopes of a caution. Because, excuse me, if Mike Montesi and Chris Jennings up front can go half the distance of this race at least and make this a 1-stop race, that's Kurt Rittenberg and Cody Spiker done for the night.
Yeah,
they'll
exactly.
have to pit 1 more time.
But maybe, you know, they have those fresh tires, so they'll obviously be faster than the front runners. But that's gonna force the number 7, the 88, all the front runners maybe to come in and get the pit stops done.
Well, they are both 2 laps down at the moment, so I mean they easily could have been involved in an incident. It looks like we have more pit stops. That's Doug McCullum in the number 33 Mountain Dew Chevy Silverado coming down into the pits. He'll get his service and roll away on lap 41 of 100. He is 1 lap down.
It's got the 08 car of Mike Payton as well.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Payton is leaving the pits.
As the 88 car just spun around.
That he did. He's around on the back straightaway, it looks like. Coming into turn 3, he'll try and get back going. We'll cover him for just a second and then get a replay on that.
So he's probably just going to come down pit road now. Yep, but he's going to overshoot.
And he missed it. He gets the cone. We'll see if that gives him a penalty.
Nope, he's just going to have to go back around.
That's going to be killer for that race. Again, that's another mistake that's really going to benefit Mike Montesi in that number 7 signed Chevrolet. And really, that's going to be possibly the nail in the coffin unless we get a caution or unless he messes up really bad, just like we see the 88 and 84 do tonight.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened. I went right to the camera angle right when he was putting around, so I really did not catch what happened. He probably just got into the wall and it just went right around on him. As he's gonna spin coming into pit road.
So we'll go on board with him right here as he spins around. Coming out of turn 2, he did the same thing Mike Payton did, Jimmy North did at first. He got on the apron, then was trying to correct for that. Ended up getting the outside wall as he overcorrected and spun it around. Then it sounds like he spun out coming into the pits there, you said.
Yeah, he did. He overshot the entrance pit road. And one thing I didn't mention in pre-race, this pit road is one of the hardest pit roads you'll have to get on here. It's hard to see when you're up so high in turns 3 and 4. You can't really see the entrance, so they have this yellow line, which really some drivers still miss it.
Pit, sorry to interrupt you. Mike Montesi
just
came in. Jeff Gilmore may be following him. Jeff Gilmore actually comes around. He will hopefully lead that lap. He does. He leads lap 44 of 100 as Curtin Rittenberg goes back by him to get 1 lap back. So the 57 is now the leader. He will probably be coming in this time or very soon. But Mike Montesi came in to get service just as you were mentioning the pit road. And I have to agree, this pit road is really tough to get into. I think next to Dover and Iowa, it's got to be the toughest to get woed down and get down to the actual entrance of the pits.
That is true, and I don't know if he just tried to come down pit road, but he slowed way down and didn't even come down. But yeah, I agree with you. Along with those tracks, maybe even Richmond, that's another tough one to get into because you have to get slowed down, you have to get on the apron and get down into very easy to spin out. Along with one at Vegas as well, that one's a challenging one.
Yeah, most of those high-speed tracks are pretty tough to get into. It doesn't look like he's coming in just yet. It looks like he might be doing what I was suggesting, going to halfway, then coming in, breaking this race up perfectly. I think that's got to be the winning strategy unless the caution comes out. But if this race goes green, unless he just ran out of gas, nope, he's throttling back up. So it looks like he might be saving a little bit or trying to save a little bit and nurse this truck to halfway.
Yeah, there are currently only 4 trucks on the lead lap right now there. Jeff Gilmore, he's leading. Matthew Cox is second. Randy Robertson third, and Michael, Sunick sitting 4th. Mike Montesi sitting 5th, 1 lap down. So when it all cycles around, he most likely will be the leader here.
Yeah, and he's going to gain a huge bunch of time on these guys, but if he does have to come back in and these guys don't that are pitting right now, like I say, I think that's got to be the winning move as Jeff Gilmore will come in this time. This is lap 48 of 100. He didn't make it halfway, so it's got to make you wonder what's he going to do now to try and make up that time that he's going to lose from running slower laps.
Yeah, that is really true, and just watching this as the 04 truck is going to take the lead here for the time being, and maybe,
Yeah, here comes that number 7 of Mike Montesi to get that lap back. Those tires are already paying off. He's going to gain a whole bunch of time on the 04 right here as the 04 will come into the pits. That's going to move. Actually, the 09's in the pits as well, so that's going to put looks like 4th place Michael Sunick on point if he stays out.
And the one thing I'm gonna mention is, how hard has Mike Montesi running on these new tires? If he's been running really hard, we know that he can manage his tires very well.
Michael Sunick coming into the pits this time. Looks like he will not get it woe down. He'll completely miss the pits. But he's going to come down anyways. Missed the cone. I believe iRacing may give him an unsafe pit entry. I'm not totally
sure.
Yeah.
I think that it might be a black flag on the 34 car's part, honestly.
And as we go to the 7 now, it looks like he should re-inherit the lead from the 04. As the 04 is coming out of his box now, we'll be passing the cones to exit the pits. We'll move back to the 7. He's in turns 3 and 4. He should easily take this lead. That, or actually, he may be coming around to pass the 04 next time. We'll see as the score updates. Mike Montesi on point.
But look who's right with them, that 67 truck of Blake O'Connell, who stayed out a little longer than the
yes, we've actually
number
got a huge
7
pack of guys right here. We've got the number 7 on point, Blake O'Connell, like you pointed out, on his back bumper.
We got battle for the lead. As it looked like the 7 truck, he was going to go to the inside of the 84 truck of Jimmy North. Jimmy North went down to the inside, kind of blocked him a little bit. Did not expect that to happen.
Yeah, so in addition to this battle, we've got Mike Perry just a few tenths behind them. And lap cars everywhere. Lap trucks are going to play a huge role here. It looks like we've got another one of our TN Designs trucks up ahead of these guys. That's Matt Miller right there, the number 78. Hopefully he can let these guys by easily. As he gets out of the way, tries not to play a factor in the battle. Awesome move there. But yeah, as we watch this at number 6-7, we're going to have to watch this battle evolve. Looks like the 7's starting to gap Blake just a little bit, but we'll see if Blake can get up there and challenge him for the lead, maybe run some of his tires off, as we've got the 34 slow. He'll jump right in front of Blake. Probably just trying to hang on to that spot and get that lap back from Mike Montesi.
That's very true. And it looks like the 7 truck, he is running that pretty hard. He just got really loose off of turn 4, so maybe he knows that the 67 does have a little bit of fresher tires, and he knows that if he lets him get around him, that he might not be able to get back around him. As
and
the 67 truck just got on the wall.
Yeah, and that lap truck was just kind of sitting there playing callous to a few events there. Like I said, try and stay unbiased, but 34, he has all right to battle for that lap back, but he was playing a little bit of a catalyst there, just battling with the leader, which he has every right to do. But Blake O'Connell did push up into the wall that time around, and he'll get right back at it. And now the 7 in the wall, pretty good too.
I just caught the end of that.
And here comes Blake in for the lead, down on the bottom, to the inside of Mike Montesi for the lead in turns 3 and 4. We have 46 laps to go as we have our first lead lap, green flag pass that wasn't involving pit stops for the lead. That's Blake O'Connell, TN Designs driver, to the point.
And keep in mind, as the 67 truck does have just 5 lap fresher tires than the 7 truck, it does make a difference here. Like, can't stress enough how tires are really important here.
Yeah, for sure. And Mike Montesi, he just made one quick mistake, but because the 67 was there instead of being 3 seconds back like Mike had earlier with the guys he was battling, Blake got right there and then was able to make that move to the inside of turn 3.
Yeah, exactly. And was the 67 came in before the 7? I thought the 67 came in after the 7.
I don't quite remember. We might have missed Blake's pit stop. So I wish we had a graphic that would let us keep up with that, but unfortunately, we're limited to.
I'm looking at the I'm looking at the laps ran by Mike Montesi. It's showing lap 45. He came in, and then the 67 of Blake O'Connell came in on lap 40. So, sorry, I mean, reverse that. The 7 truck has fresher tires than the 67. 7. It looks like the 7 just got in the wall.
Yeah, he got in the wall again, and that would make sense as to why Blake caught him. It looks like he was able to take advantage of those fresher tires and just make up the gap. As these guys are just going back and forth, trading paint with the wall each lap. It seems like.
And that's not that's not hard to do here at Darlington, where you're right up against the wall and constantly getting the wall. 67 on the wall there, but he's gonna keep the lead for now.
Yeah, that will slow him down though, and going into the big momentum part of the track, that's going to give the 7 a big advantage. That X-Side Chevrolet looking good tonight. We're on board with Mike Montesi right now as we watch the battle, and Mike A. Perry, Mike A. Perry, he's not too far back. We'll actually go on board with him now as we watch these two battle for the lead.
And we got a new leader. The 7 just got in the wall hard. There's a 7 truck's just going to drive right by him.
Yeah, we caught that all on board from the point of view of Mike A. Perry as he'll get by Blake O'Connell. And now Mike Montesi back in the lead. Is that the 67 back in the wall?
I believe that was the... Yeah, it was the 67 back in the wall.
Oh, we've got a spinner of 10. He
got
contact from behind via the 34. He's going to go around, lock her down on the bottom of the track. We'll see if that brings out a caution. Oh, and he got hit. That's our first caution of the night, and that's going to be catastrophic for the number 10 of Mike A. Perry.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe there was contact from behind.
I do believe there was a little bit of contact from the number 34, Mike Sunick. So we'll go back and see if we can't catch that. We'll actually go on board with him, see if we can get something there.
Oh yeah, there was contact, and he almost had it saved.
10 had to check up. 34 didn't have a whole lot of space to check up behind him. Then the 10 locked it down, was trying to get back going, and here came Jimmy North. Nowhere to go as the 10 tried to come back up the track. So real quick, I'm going to pull one of our in-race reporters aside for tonight. That's going to be Matthew Miller in the number 78. I will let you talk to him. So,
user was
Matthew
moved to your
Miller,
channel.
We have you up here with Jake Little, our main announcer for tonight. And Jake, take it away, I guess.
Hey, Matthew Miller, how's the so you're running up in the where you're running here? Running in the 12th position. Looks like the last car on the lead lap. How's the track feel here tonight?
Really, really slippery. I'm having most difficult on exit and corner entry. The car just doesn't want to stick wherever I want to drive it. I'm a little off sequence on fuel here. Gotten in troubles with the wall early, and tires just fell way up off for me to compete. So
I'm gonna say I'm looking at the rear in your truck, and you really don't have any corner panels on your truck, so things beat up pretty well. So, I mean,
yeah, it's it's a fun track, but it's tough keeping it off the walls here.
Yeah, that is true. You are right up against the wall the whole time, and for the viewers that don't know, how physical, demanding, and how challenging is this track for a driver like you right here tonight?
This is my first race here, so for me it's kind of like a whole new learning experiment for me.
Alright, man, you're doing a good job. You're running in the 12th position, and good luck for the rest of the race.
Thanks a lot.
Alright, and as Jake mentioned there, good luck, Matt. We'll enjoy watching you and your few teammates out there tonight. You're doing a great job, bud. It's your first race here. Just keep your head up high and keep at it.
Thanks a lot, Andrew.
All right, so that was sorry, I almost said Blake O'Connell. That was Matthew Miller, the number 78, TN Designs Chevrolet, as we watch him in the pits here. Like you said, it's his first race. It's tough. It's by no means easy. A lot of people just think of this stuff as just a video game, but that really doesn't give it justice. Do it justice. Whatever. It's really tough. We have actual steering hands in our wheels, or steering wheels in our hands, if I can ever figure that one out. And it is tough.
Yeah, no. For the longest time, when I came on this service, what was that, like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, it was like, oh man, this is gonna be real easy. I'm used to using it like on a Xbox 360 or Xbox One. Oh boy, was I wrong. This people say this is as real as it gets. Honestly, I mean, I believe them, but it's if you want to challenge, this is the simulation or the service to go on.
Yeah, for sure. And as we double back up here, we're going to have Mike Montesi in first in the number 7 X-side Chevrolet, followed by Blake O'Connell on his outside, David Caliber on the bottom in the number 23, then I believe that is Jeremy Rittenberg in the number 26, and I'll let you take it from there for the top 10.
Yeah, Kurt Rittenberg in the 006, then the Jeff Gilmore, or sorry, that was 5th for Kurt Rittenberg. Jeff Gilmore, 57.6. Chris Jennings rebounding from a spin in 7th. Matthew Cox in 8th. James McKee, 9th in the last truck on the lead lap. Catching up to the field is a 09 truck of Randy Roberts, as that pace car is going to make the hard left turn, not for only the second time tonight, as they're waiting to get the green flag here from the starter, as the green flag is out here.
Yeah, and as we have our fan cam as they roll by in turns 3 and 4 to take the green, we'll go to the cinematic wall cam here in turns 1 and 2 as the field rushes by. Got the number 7 already filing out. Got a battle from the back. That's the 88 and 04.
Someone's been loose. Someone's been.
Yeah, that was the 88 and the 04. The 04 just got kind of pushed off the track. There's a checkup ahead of them. These restarts are truly wild here at Darlington, and we're seeing just a glimpse of that right now.
Yeah, as you got the 67, kind of going to look low under the 7 here, going for the lead off the turn 4. He's on the corner panel.
Yeah, and Blake O'Connell right back at it. He's challenging Mike Montesi. He checks up to keep from getting into him. Great move there, you know.
Yeah, it's so hard to, go side by side going into turn 1 without having to slide up or without having to check up and not get into the guy on the outside. When you're on the inside, it's your, you're not the guy on the outside. He's in the preferred line, so I know you don't want to, but you kind of have to check up and give him the room.
Yeah, it really is tough to make moves on anyone here at Darlington. The best place, I'd say, is definitely turns 3 and 4. So, he just had to check up. And now he's back in the wall. Is he going to hang on to it? He will hang on to it for now. He got lucky there. He's going to lose some spots there. There goes the 26 on by, 57 to 23 as well. Looks like he'll file in behind the 88 of Chris Jennings. But just ahead of him, there's this big battle with Jeremy Rittenberg and Jeff Gilmore and even number 23 of David Dollinger.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a look back at this again. It looked like the 33 truck. Yeah, just coming off turn 2.
Oh, we've got another big event up front. We've got a big one. That is going to involve a ton of trucks. I'm not sure on who was involved, though. It looks like maybe we're going to look around. Now, that was a big wreck right there. It looks like the number 5 was the big catalyst there. We'll go ahead and go backwards, watch this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the replay. The 5 did the same thing the 88 truck did. Came across the track, got the 00, and came across for the 78 and a few other trucks. So, just exactly what the the 88 did earlier.
Yep, just got that apron, came back up, got Kurt Rittenberg, and came back down the track. Unfortunately, got Matthew Miller. We were just talking to him. He came back down, and the 04 spun, just doing his best to miss him. But that's really going to hurt the 5, 78, and 00.
That is true, and don't be surprised if you got some people on pit road. As it appears the 26 trucks down pit road, along with the 88 truck, the 67 truck, the 23. So everyone from like 3rd place on back came down pit road. So.
Yeah, and as we take a look back at that caution there with the 78 and the 5, both of them just nowhere to go. And, we were just talking to Matt Miller, so maybe we'll bring up another driver. Looks like we'll try and get Blake O'Connell. He's been in the battle big time so far in this race. So Blake O'Connell, it's Andrew Cardinale up in the booth, your team owner, but let's put that aside for just a minute. You're doing great out there tonight, quite honestly, in that number 67 Designs Chevrolet. It's really cool to see you be able to challenge Mike Montesi, who's been out front pretty much all night. You know, how's the track and the truck feeling?
Man, this track is so hard to drive. I'm hitting the wall every other turn, honestly, but so is everybody else.
Yeah, you know, that's the big thing is we've seen pretty much everyone get up there, give give the wall a couple of love taps. Seems like if not every lap, then every other lap. So you know, moving forward, did you go ahead and pit right there? We were actually taking a look at the replays there in that caution.
Yeah, I had a little bit of damage from that save a couple laps ago, so I wanted to get that fixed up before we get going again here.
All right, good deal. So we will be looking for you to restart. It looks like from about 6th or 7th. Looks like 5th actually. So we'll be watching you there. Anyone you want to thank tonight?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, thank you for putting this on. Thank you for being team motor. Shout out to my mom and dad. I think they're watching at home right now.
That's awesome. All right, well, I'll let you get back to it. Like I said, you're doing a great job tonight. And yeah, hopefully you can bring home the bacon for us.
Sounds good, man.
All right, so again, that time that was Blake O'Connell in the number 67 TN Design Chevrolet. He'll be gridding up 5th this time for this restart with, looks like we'll have about 28, 27 laps to go.
You know, Andrew, I'm looking at the leaderboard here. I know the 7 truck didn't pit, but I know like the 88 truck did, the 26 truck, 67 truck. Did the 57 truck pit? I don't believe he did.
The 57, I would say no. I would, guess no. I'll take a look back, actually. We'll take a look
now, the question is, see, I'm going to look at, okay, wrong way.
Yeah, it looks like, actually.
Yeah, we ran 1, 2, 3.
So it looks like maybe 3rd place on back came in.
Yeah, so we ran 5 laps on these tires. Do you think the 7 and the 57 are going to have to worry about tire spin with only running 5 laps, or
wheel
if
spin,
they
no,
do?
But tire wear, yes. You know, they're gonna. It seems like, you know, normally a driver will, you know, on a restart go ham pretty much, and you gotta try and, you know, keep the reins on yourself, keep yourself from going too hard when it comes to these restarts, especially in old tires. You know, you can get into a lot of trouble doing that.
Yeah, that is very true, and if all goes well, I believe the number 88 truck could be either the 88 truck or the 26 truck could be either one of those trucks could be at advantage tonight, as that pace car is gonna take that hard left turn once again. 57 trucks getting even with the 7 truck, and we are getting ready to go back green, and the green flag is back out here in the Darlington 100.
Yeah, we had a quick problem with cameras there, but we're back to it. Back in the cameras in 1 and 2, banked on the banking up top on the wall as we watch the number 7 roll by in the lead. Number 88 will take command of P2 as Jeff Gilmore falls back just a little bit on the start.
Yeah, Jeff Gilmore, he actually got on the wall in the turns 1 and 2, and like I said before, those new tires are already working for the 88 truck. So it'd be interesting to see if this can go green the rest of the way, if the 88 truck can catch and get by the 7 truck of Mike Montesi.
Yeah, and you know, I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be either 2nd place or 3rd place there. They're the only 2 that have really shown speed aside from that number 7. And as we say that, you know, the 88 gets a huge run out of turn 2. He's going to draw closer and closer to the 7 into turns 3 and 4.
That is true, and you know, with the 7 truck, he's going to have a hard time turning and getting back in the throttle into the center of the corner, which the 88, which has those fresh tires, he can get back and turn the truck a lot more than what the 7 can actually do.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot more front grip, and that's going to help him coming out of 2, especially in one of the highest momentum parts of the track, down into turn 3 once more. Both Blake O'Connell and Chris Jennings in pursuit of that number 7 will go on board with the number 88 Exalta Chevrolet of Chris Jennings as he tries to pursue that X-Side Chevrolet of Mike Montesi in the lead.
Yeah, and that battle is heating up pretty quickly. If he's going to maybe get a run here, maybe look down to the inside. He's looking, not going to have really anything there. So he's going to back out and just is he gets the throttle so much sooner as the 7 truck. He's gonna look to the inside, maybe not. That he gets such a good bite off that corner versus the 7 where he just slides. And the 7 truck gets through the center actually really good, but he gets in the wall a little bit. The 88 truck's gonna look low here for the lead.
Yeah, here he comes back on the bottom. We'll switch back off the onboard camera. He takes command of the lead. Will the 7 try for the crossover? He tries. He has the run. He's coming on the bottom. Doesn't make it stick, though. Gets a little bit loose. He is still on the inside of Chris Jennings, coming down into turn 1. This will give Jeff Gilmore, who's now in third, a chance to close up a little bit as the 7 takes command once again. Will clear Chris Jennings just like that, and he's right back to the lead.
As you got about a 4 or 5 truck breakaway here, they have about a, the front 4 or 5 trucks have about a second, 2 seconds over the 6-lane truck, but makes you wonder if the 7 truck is kind of saving here to get by him. He's going to go right back by the 88, but 88, he just gets such a strong bite, as I've been saying over and over with those fresh tires. Because he gets a little loose off the corner.
Yeah, now we're just gonna keep. I mean, we can't do anything but watch this battle. I mean, this is great battling up front between the top 3, top 4 even. As Matthew Cox is trying to pursue these guys up front. But if we catch anything in the back, we'll definitely take a look. We'll actually go to our blip cam in just a moment.
I just wonder if that 57 truck, if he's just staying right with them, saving a little bit of tires, letting these front 2 use up all their tires, and then the 57 will go right by him.
Yeah, I would count on Jeff Gilmore, honestly, to just take advantage of any slip-up that comes up. That's really the way to go when it comes to races like this. You just got to wait for the guys ahead of you to make a mistake, stay within striking distance, and maybe grab a position or 2 and try and go for the win. Jeff Gilmore has a win on the season so far, so it would only solidify his position even further in the chase.
Yeah, that is true, as the top 2 trucks are just pulling away just a little bit off of the front 2. Is the 88 truck is going to look low, and one thing I've noticed with these front 2, the 7 truck can't get through as the throws on a little block on the 88 truck going into the first turn, but another thing is the 7, he enters a lot lower than the 88. The 88 enters a little higher, which allows him to diamond cut the corner off and get a lot lower and get that runoff.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, as I look back at our standings here for ASSR, or All-Star Sim Racing, in the Manifold Truck Series, Chris R. Jennings with 6 wins on the season out of 16 starts that he's made. He's clearly the favorite here. But Mike Montesi, he's still looking for that first win on the season. This is only his 3rd start all year, though.
Yeah, as the front 2 trucks are actually closing in on lap traffic, I believe that's the 34 truck, and can't quite make out that other number. Is that the 0 or the 5 truck?
Yep, the 5 and the 34 will give way as they continue to battle off into turns 1 and 2.
As
Here
the
comes the
88.
88. Oh, contact is made!
Oh!
7's loose. He's going around, and he's going to lose it this time.
As he's not going to hit anything, I don't think.
He's back in front of the field, though. Are they going to miss him? He'll get out of the way just barely. No caution comes out. 16 laps to go. Oh, wait in the wall behind him.
Now, I don't know if that, if the 7th has got coming off, but
we'll go back and take a look at it, and we'll see exactly what happened there. Yeah, he was battling with the 88, as we documented for that whole run. They had just gotten by a couple of lap cars and got up high, and I mean, it looks like the 88 just got a run up into him. We'll take another look at it here in just a moment. He saves it and then starts to come back up the track. The truck was just unsettled, had weight in the wrong place, and it's hard to hang on to. It really is. So we'll take another look at that from the 88's point of view, see if we can find something here.
Yeah, right on board with the 88 truck. It just looks like he just got so much of a better run than he thought he was. and it just happened to barely tap the 7 truck, but now he has a 2.2 second lead over the 88 truck.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
over the
As you
57
said,
truck.
he just got up into the 70s a little bit too hard. I don't think he was expecting the closing rate to be quite as quick as it was. But as we'll go back to the lead, like you said, huge lead over Jeff Gilmore right now. So it looks like Blake O'Connell in second. Scoring took a second to update there. Looks like Jeff Gilmore must have got the wall because it was showing him in second, and he lost a lot of time back to the number 04, Michael Cox.
Yeah, that is very true, and we currently have
6-7 back in the wall, pretty hard. Yeah, the 6-7 Blake O'Connell right there
he
got
just
the wall
got
once
the wall
more in the center of 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's just trying so hard to get up there, which, unless a caution comes out, I don't think anybody has anything to the 88 truck as long as he doesn't make a mistake. But
yeah, as we watch the number 88 come around turns 3 and 4 once again. Coming to 10 to go, we'll take a second to thank Oliver Motorsports, Mobile Fleet Repair, sorry for mentioning that. Oliver Motorsports, Mobile Fleet Repair, I believe. We've got them up in the corner right now. Also, Scott Brotherton Images, and of course, Pit Stop Insider and TN Designs. So as we cycle through them up on the top left.
Yeah, that is, and
we'll go back up to Oliver Mobile Fleet Repair.
Yeah, Mike Matesi, after that little spin, he's currently in 6th place, 10 seconds behind. So the only way he's ever going to have a chance to win this race now is just, hope for a caution this next lap. But Jeremy Rittenberg, after starting 17th, he's currently sitting in the top 5, 9.2 seconds back. So not a bad run for him after starting deep in the field, but and Matthew Cox. I don't believe Matthew Cox was running in the. I think he was running inside the top 10, maybe outside the top 10 after that one pit stop where he stayed out longer than the 7. He's currently sitting in the 4th position. So.
Yeah, now as we watch, Chris R. Jennings just continue to lead here. We've got coming to 7 to go. We'll take a run back through some of these guys. We've got Blake O'Connell running in 2nd place. And the number 67, TN Designs, Chevy, followed by Jeff Gilmore. Behind him, that's Matthew Cox, as you documented. He's trying to get by Jeff Gilmore here for one more position. As the laps wind down behind him, that's Jeremy Rittenberg in the number 26 in P5.
Yeah, and after that spin, Mike Matesi is sitting in the 6th position, actually closing in on the top 5 of the 26 car of Jeremy Rittenberg, excuse me. David Delvier, I think that's his name, 7. The last car on the lead lap is 8 truck in 8 of Mike Payton. Cody Spicer sitting in 9th, first truck 1 lap down, and the 7 truck just got on the wall there. Then round up the top 10 in the 7th column. Also one of the bigger movers in the 10th up to turning 20th. Yeah, coming off turn 2, just coming off turn 2, the 7th truck just nailed the wall, just trying hard to get back up there. We have 5 laps.
Yeah, we'll be coming to 4 laps to go this time. That's Chris Jennings still out front. Like we said, there was that contact with the number 7, but it happens this racing, especially in racing. It certainly was nothing intentional by Chris Jennings. It just was a case of he didn't expect to close up on the number 7 quad as quickly as he did, and just couldn't get out of it in time. All in all, it's racing. Hopefully, Mike Montesi, understands that. We'll try and catch up with him after the race and see what his thoughts are, though.
Yeah, everyone's going to be asking. Some people are saying, okay, Chris Jennings did that intentionally. know, it was a racing deal. There will be debates. There will be people saying one thing, somebody will say the other. You know, Mike Montesi, he's probably, if he doesn't understand, he's probably gonna think he did that on purpose. But what people don't know when they don't get in these trucks is we're coming to 2 laps to go. When you have fresh tires on a track like this, the closing rate is so incredible that you really don't want to, you can't just hit the brakes and do this like momentum. He was probably just trying to maybe move him up the track and trying to get by him cleanly, but that kind of thing happened, and then so incredible Mike Montesi spinning.
Yeah, for sure. And as we come through turns 3 and 4 one more time, Chris R. Jennings, he's already won 6 times this season. He's on track to win a 7th. He's got a 5-second lead over Blake O'Connell and Jeff Gilmore. Into turns 1 and 2. This time, one last turn. It's 5:34. That's lap car. He'll lead us down the back straightaway. Gets in the wall, but you know what? As long as he keeps a handle on that car, it's not going to mean anything.
Yeah, because you mentioned earlier he just got the season. Now he's coming up 3 and 4. He's going to see that checker flag for the 7th time this season. Chris starts spinning.
And a great run by him and everyone else in this field. Only 2 cautions for 8 laps. As we mentioned, Blake O'Connell in P2, followed by Jeff Gilmore. And I'll let you take it away from there. So in P4, we've got Matthew Cox, the number 04. Looks like maybe had a technical difficulty on Jake's mic there, but number 04 of Matthew Cox. In P5, that's the number 26.
And finishing 6th after that spin is Mike Montesi. And we're leading a good chunk of this race, but we got 7th, we got David Delbier after starting P15. 8th, last car in the lead lap, we got Mike Payton. 9th, we got Cody Speicher. First car 1 lap down, and finishing 10th, we got Randy W. Roberts.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... Yep, that number 88 is burning it down, and we will start queuing up some guys for interviews. I think we have to get the 2nd and 3rd place guys, and we'll see if we can track down both Chris Jennings and hopefully, yep, there's Mike Montesi.
So yeah, he doesn't care if he damages his truck anymore. Hope he just gets through post race.
Alrighty, so we're gonna bring up Mike Montesi. Mike, you had a great run out there, that whole bunch of laps. First off, welcome to the booth up here at PSI TV. Again, had a great truck, went a whole bunch of laps. Walk us through those final closing laps, and you lost the lead there.
Well, I think I had 4 lap old tires there at the end, and it just made all the difference. And Chris was running me clean. I was a little slow coming out of 2, and he just got into me a little bit. So good win for him. But yeah, tires are everything here.
Yeah, for sure. We watched the tires and some other guys, go away or prove the advantage. Blake O'Connell used that short pit to get up to you, and then it seemed like you could just pull back away from him after a few laps. So, nonetheless, great run to you. Congratulations on your run, even though you ended up back in, it looks like 6th position. You had a great run. You can walk away with that, especially as it looks like, just based on the points, you are, just a part-time guy here anyways. So, once more, it may not be what you wanted in P6, but congratulations on your run. You did great, and I think it's something you can take moving forward.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, and so now I will let you take Blake O'Connell here. We got Blake O'Connell back in the booth. He finished in 2nd place, just ahead of teammate Jeff Gilmore.
Hey Blake, Jake Little here. Walk us through your run here tonight. You started in the 3rd position, got a P2 finish out of this deal, and just walk us through your whole race and what you're thinking there.
Yeah, it was a pretty entertaining race, if I could say so myself. Got off to a really rough start. I think I might have gotten to Chris like going in turn one on the first lap and got him into the wall, but obviously didn't screw him up because he got the win. So congrats to him. But it was just an up and down night because I was getting in the wall a few times and then pit stops on green flag pit stops here. I don't think I practiced at all. So doing that the first time was a little crazy, but managed to pull out a second place. It was a real great run. Real happy for the team. Happy for Jeff Gilmore especially pulling in third behind me. Uh, just want to thank Andrew. Want to thank TN Designs, mom and dad, everybody that was watching. Thank you guys so much.
One thing we had noticed there into the first green flag pit stop cycle, you found your way up battling with Mike Montesi. What was going through your mind, and do you think you had anything for him to get around him, or walk us through that in particular moment for you?
Yeah, I didn't really expect to come up behind him after pit stops because before we had all gone in, I was running about I think fifth or sixth, and he was about half a lap ahead of me, and managed to come out right behind him. I felt like I was a little faster than him, and he was making a few mistakes. I was making mistakes too, but I think he made one more mistake than me, and I was able to get around him for a bit, but it all came back.
I mean, you did a good job here tonight, finishing second place here tonight, and good luck next week at Richmond.
Thank you, guys.
All right, and now we'll bring Jeff Gilmore up into the
last couple
booth.
laps.
Jeff Gilmore, you finished second place. Didn't get to talk to you during the race, but we talked to two of your teammates. What can you tell us first off about how the truck and the track were feeling tonight?
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for the show too. Just want to thank everybody for the race. Thanks my teammate Blake and Matthew and Cody. And yeah, the track was very tough. This has always been the toughest track to win at, to race at. I'm pretty sure everyone had damage tonight. So truck was working really good. I found some speed, found some grip out there throughout the race, moving around, and was able to get a top 5 out of it. It was looking pretty good after the first run because I stayed out almost to lap 50. So I was thinking it was going green and I might have made it. So, but all in all, it was a good race.
Yeah, for sure. Third place is nothing to be ashamed of, especially at a place like this. Once more, congratulations on a third place run. Really cool, both as a broadcaster and a team owner of that truck to see that out of you. So we will go ahead and let you catch back up with the team as we bring in race winner Chris Jennings now. And Jake, I'll let you take it away.
Chris Jennings, good run here tonight, picking up your 7th win on the season. Walk us through your run here tonight for the 100 laps we did here tonight.
Oh man, that was a tough race. I don't know, the handling on the trucks didn't seem that great tonight, and tough track. It was just it's a battle from the beginning. I don't know how many times I hit the wall, but a bunch. And then hated to win it like that. Hated to hit Mike there. We were running there pretty good together. He was on older tires, and I knew I had him sooner or later, so I was trying to be patient there, and got in the wall a couple times, and last time I just couldn't check up enough. And so sorry to him. It sucks for him.
And now going back to that contact between you and Mike, were you just you had fresher tires, you're closing in on them. Did you just not expect them to be that slow, or did you just not expect to be that fast through the center of turns 1 and 2?
I don't know. I think he maybe got loose or brushed the wall a little bit there. He scrubbed off quite a bit of speed. I wasn't really expecting that. And I got around him once, and then I got a bad entry there, and he got back around me. So we were racing pretty hard there. I'm not really sure what happened, but
yeah. Before I let you go, there's one thing I want to ask you. One thing I was watching you, and you were entering higher in 3 and 4 to be able to get that drive off of 4. than Mike Montesi, who's ending a little lower, so he's getting tighter off the corner. Do you think that kind of helped you throughout and kind of made the difference between you and him, or is that something you picked up in the last few laps?
I seen it in practice there. I was having a hard time entering lower. It would just push up too hard through the center, so I'd have to do a higher entry there. And yeah, I was getting a better runoff and probably conserving the tires a little bit there.
Yeah, that's for sure. And it definitely helped you tonight getting the win here tonight, 7th win of the season. And who would you like to, if anyone, thank here tonight?
I'd like to thank Scott and Kurt and Jeremy for all their hard work that they do for this league. It's an awesome league. Love running it. And thank you guys for coming aboard with us tonight. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, Ben on Chrome and Yosemite Mountain Escapes. And look forward to the championship rounds.
Yeah, certainly you're going in there with a big head of steam, and just keep at it and good luck at Richmond.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, that was our race winner of Chris Jennings picking up his 7th win on the season after starting 4th, and just everything I expect here tonight. I don't know about you, Andrew, but this was, everything. I imagine cars bouncing off the wall and just a lot of a really long green flag run, which really showed how well a driver can manage their tires and whatnot here tonight.
Yeah, it looked like it was a constant uphill battle for the entire field tonight, with just trying to manage tire loss and the wall. Really, that's the biggest thing here at Darlington. Whether the tires are going away or not, is making sure you don't go up there and hit the wall, and then you can stay far enough away from it, but still be fast. And you have to be near it to be fast. So it's always a constant uphill battle for anyone racing here. Chris Jennings, Mike Montesi, Blake O'Connell, even, we documented they were the best out there all night. And, it looked like the 88 and 67 would be the only ones to challenge the 7 if the opportunity presented itself. And what do you know? Chris Jennings ends up in victory lane for the 7th time this season. The good news is, it wasn't for anything big in the chase. Mike Montesi wasn't even in contention. But it is still unfortunate, but we are flashing the chase grid coming into tonight on the screen now for the Manifold Truck Series. As you can see, Chris Jennings, Jeremy Bazemore, Scott Brotherton, Jimmy North, Jeff Gilmore, James McKee, Josh Cheney, Mike Perry, and Matthew Cox all locked in. Coming into tonight, David Dahlberg, Kurt Rittenberg, and Jeremy Rittenberg were all on the good side of the cut line, followed by Cody Spiker, the first driver outside. So real quick, I'll get your what was your favorite moment from tonight's race?
It's hard. It's really hard. Darlington is one of those places where there is always good racing going around, and just probably near the end where just when there's that 3-4 car battle for the lead, and Chris Jennings and Mike Montesi was going at it for the win, and just all in all, just being able to see someone. Not that I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that happen to Mike Montesi. Don't like anyone wreck, while leading, but just being able to see someone be able to challenge and be able to close up on someone in real close, tight, compact racing.
Yeah, we saw the 7 break away for a good portion of the race, but there at the end, it really promised, or really showed the promise of being a close race, and it really was. It was a very exciting race for us to commentate up in the booth. Hopefully, it was for you guys to watch from home. With that is the Darlington 100 here for All-Star Sim Racing and the Manifold Truck Series on PSI TV. We bid you farewell, bid you a good night. Hopefully you join us back here next week at Richmond International Raceway. This is Andrew Cardinale on the mic. Jake Little next to me. Have a good night.